This is Chucky's thumb-slapping bass boogie. Y'all know what to do.
I'm Chuck Rainey. You're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com. Always very, very comfortable being here with John. Many, many years we've known each other. But the site, check out for BassPlayersOnly.com.
Hi everybody, John Liebman here. You're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com. We are here at the 2016 Winter NAMM Show, Anaheim, California, with very, very special guest Chuck Rainey. How you doing, Chuck?
I'm doing great, man.
It's always good to see you. This is the third interview we've done on for BassPlayersOnly.com, but there's always stuff we can learn from you, great stories, great inspiration, so it's always a pleasure to get back together with you again. You've got some pretty cool stuff that you're working on now, the Rhythm Intensive project. I remember seeing you demonstrate some of that at Summer NAMM last year. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what that program is and what it's all about?
Well, we're a company that we basically do music education, master clinics, and private classes and stuff like that. We've got a lot of content in videos and textbooks. My partners are in Dallas, Texas, and we have also a partner in Spain. Last year we went to a lot of places. We went to England, Ireland, went to Japan. This year we're going to Argentina and Madrid. Matter of fact, we went to Madrid last year.
You had a pretty intensive stretch in Germany last year, didn't you?
Yeah, I enjoyed that too. I enjoyed that. Spent a month in Germany last year.
Well, didn't you say it was like 14 gigs, 14 cities?
14 cities in 15 days. But it was worth it. It was worth it. We enjoyed it. Me, Stu Ham, and Ove Bosch.
Know them both well. Well, what are you hoping that the people will get out of these sessions? Is there something specific that you want to impart to them?
It basically is music education. Right now we're involved with Grammy U, with NARIS, with the Texas chapter. And we like we do clinics. We go to New York 2 or 3 times a year. Also to Berkeley. We're going to Berkeley this in March for another Rhythm Intensive. John is a drummer, so we work together in master classes and how bass players and drummers work together, how they should work together.
Right.
John has a lot of experience.
What's his last name, John?
John Martinez.
Okay.
Native New Yorker from Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Good drummer. And so we hope to just present not so much an educative view, but a view about how music should be conducted or has been conducted successfully with a bass player and a drummer.
And how's the turnout to those sessions?
Turnout's always great.
That's great. It's good to see you doing something like that. And
John has a good reputation, and I have a good reputation too.
Yes, you do.
And plus, we work at it real hard to do something that makes sense, especially for younger people or for people who are just beginning to play. So that's what we hope to achieve.
Well, I'm glad you're doing it. We happen to be sitting here in the Xotic booth at the NAMM show, and you've been playing Xotic basses for several years. Tell me why you like Xotic basses. A player of your stature, I'm sure, could play just about any kind of bass he wants. Why Xotic?
Well, Xotic, number one, Toshio Horba, the owner of the company, is a very nice man. Usually when you get in bed with a manufacturer, I use that phrase. Sometimes, well, number one, it's a small company. It's not a huge company. You email him at 8 o'clock in the morning, at 8:10 he answers.
What takes him so long to get back to you?
Yeah. If it's midnight, and I live in Texas, and the United States side of his distribution thing is here in Van Nuys. Even if it's midnight, if it's 3 o'clock in the morning, a half hour later, he returns the email or the call. The instrument is a cross between a P bass and a jazz bass. Very well made out of ash, very light, plays very, very well. Active and passive. It's light.
That's important.
plays very, very well. And they're in my corner in Japan, in Europe, and also here in the States. I don't have to worry about carrying a bass in the States or in Japan. As a matter of fact, anywhere in the Orient, I don't have to worry about it. Yuki, the builder in Japan, the tech in Japan, he makes sure that I have a bass whenever I cross the water. And Michi here, Mitch is the tech here. Very good people. They are dedicated. And that's what a player wants. If you're going to be with a company, it's like HP at Warwick.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same thing with him in the emails too, by the way.
Whenever you want or need or advice or anything with Coach Joe, he's right there, immediately.
Yeah, Toshio Horiba. Good guy. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Interestingly, I just interviewed another Xotic artist. His name is Travis Carlton, and he has a very famous father who I believe you know very well, Larry Carlton. And we covered so much in the other interviews, I thought let's take this opportunity. No, that's Scott Henderson. We interviewed him also for our other site for GuitarPlayersOnly.com. But tell us about Larry Carlton. You did so much of the Steely Dan stuff together, and give us some insight on Larry Carlton because he's such a prominent figure in music.
Well, Larry's a very good musician. And the one thing I will always remember about Larry and I were a member of the Crusaders at the same time for a minute. And in traveling and being, I did 2 records with the Crusaders. And Larry and I went on a road with them. And I don't mind saying it was not the greatest tour. I was very uncomfortable for a lot of reasons. There's no need to recite why I was uncomfortable. But I wanted to quit several times. Larry and I we sat together. We were outsiders of the Crusaders. And Larry's the one that kept me on board as long as I was there. He kept me on board. He said, Chuck, plus we were also on retainer. He kept me on board. And hello, Tanya. He talked to me and said, Chuck, it is what it is. Let's keep the retainer and just hang as long as we had the same account. That's why as the Crusaders had. But he was always with me, holding my hand, said, Chuck, be cool. Mark Egan.
Yeah, Mark's a good friend.
A very, very good friend. In that and also an excellent guitar player. But those years, the time that I was with the Crusaders, he kept me on board because I was ready to leave after about a month. I was very uncomfortable with that particular organization. But Larry was always with me. Always with me.
Well, good. I'm glad it worked out the way it did.
Oh, yeah.
Other than Rhythm Intensive, and are there any other projects or anything that's on the horizon that you want to share?
Right now, that's what's on the front burner. There's 6 of us that are in the company, and we plan on trying to really do good with the company. Last year was our beginning year, and we did quite well.
I got to see some of that at Summer NAMM, which was it was hard to get a good spot because there was such a big crowd around the booth.
And that's what you want.
That's right.
It's a good spot.
That's what you want. I want a good spot.
This year, our supporters, we have a bigger booth at Summer NAMM, so we could do more. And we're going to partner up with some of our European friends like Sunfly, who are bringing a little bit more money, but also too with their products. And we're trying to really get it going for music education. We're going to go to Argentina this year with Sunfly, and also do a week clinic in Madrid this year also too, which is always good. Very, very good.
Well, that's great. Keep it up, and it's a beautiful thing you're doing, and it's great that so many people have the opportunity to hear from the masters about music education, what should be and what shouldn't be. So on behalf of all of us,
I appreciate it. You've been a good supporter all my career, and I really appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you too, Chuck. Thanks very much, and keep it up, and keep spreading the word, and continue helping people. And thank you very much.
Best that we can. We're going to try.
Right. With bass legend, music legend Chuck Rainey at the Xotic booth, 2016 Winter NAMM Show, Anaheim, California. I'm John Liebman. You're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com.